So, everything proof. There's not one thing that could destroy this item. It is a gift from God. It's a holy relic right here. You can put it inside of your house and burn it down. This thing will survive, not a scratch. What's up, everybody? Kent here from Kent's Garage Gym. I have before me a Bluetooth speaker. It's called the Altec Lansing Xpedition 8. I bought it for $250, not including tax, from Sam's Club. If you look at other sources like Amazon, I think that it's like $350, or it can even cost up to $400, which is crazy. So this is pretty heavy duty. It's like an old box TV. It's 25 pounds. It's got a handle up at the top and on the side. I usually keep it up like this to preserve space, but if you're afraid of it falling over, you put it down flat like that. Innovation at its finest. Yes, new technology. The two things that I love about this speaker are, number one, the sound quality is great, and number two, the battery quality is great. You can blast this thing off really, really loud for maybe 8, 10, 12 hours or something like that, and it will just keep on going. I've owned this thing now for about 2 months, and I have had times where I've played it for very, very long periods of time, didn't listen to it for a few weeks. I checked the battery again. Battery was like I had just turned it off and turned it back on. So it was very, it preserved the battery very, very well. Ready, let me walk you around this baby and tell you what it can do and what it can't do. Very first off, it doesn't have a whole lot of buttons, so it's a very simple user interface. First, there is the power button. Turns on. And it's going to say,
powering on. Welcome to Altec Lansing.
Right. So this is the only user interface or display that you're going to have. This represents the amount of volume, and you see right now it has 3 segments on there. Now it's all the way down. You can turn it all the way max, so you kind of get the idea. If at any time I wanted to check the amount of battery that's still left in it, I press it like a button, and it shows that it's like half battery still. Pretty good. Okay, next is the strobe, which are these strobe lights here. Something I honestly never use. Let me turn that off. Okay, next are the lights, and this is one of the most elaborate functions on this thing. I guess people really like lights when it comes to Bluetooth stuff. So, touch it once, twice. See, this is supposed to be reflected by, I guess, the music that you're playing. The louder it goes, the more the lights flash up. Another different mode. That mode, it's just slowly changing, and then off. And so those are like the different modes, and then there's different colors that you can choose from. Let me get there. If I hold this down, now it blinks, and these are the different color modes. Right. Okay, so those are the lights. Turn them off, turn them off. Okay, here you got link. This is for if you have another Altec Lansing product and you want 2 speakers to be playing your stuff instead of just one. Beast mode is just a additional bass. And then there's the Bluetooth button. When you're trying to find a Bluetooth device, then you click that. And that's what that is for. All right, so it comes with 2 different wires. One is like a car charging wire, and the other one is one for charging in your wall. Here, and how you charge it is back here. You've got a cap, and this is what keeps it water resistant too. Twist, pull, and you got a USB port. This is only for charging your phone. You cannot play USB files with it. In fact, it cannot play the radio, it cannot play USB files. If you're looking to play USB files, you need to look for a modern day boom box with an SD card reader, TF card reader, or USB card reader. And even still, if you do look for that, what you need to look for is something that has an interface so that you can scroll through all of your files. Otherwise, it's useless. And that's the thing about this too. That's your user interface is actually your phone, so that you can scroll through things. You can store as much as you want to on your phone. You can create playlists. That's really why things are going more just Bluetooth only. This is the AUX port, which I'm honestly not quite impressed with. It might be my wire, to tell you the truth, but you hook that in there and hook it into your phone. And this is the charging port right here. It's one charging port, I think. Let me recheck. Yeah, So this is for if you're charging with your car. Bam. And this one is for if you are charging in the wall. And when you are charging, the display will light up and it'll tell you how much battery there is. So here's the box that the speaker came in. I want to show you a couple pictures of it. Because if you look on the side here, see a picture of these kids playing with it, and it's quite submerged in water. Now it's supposed to be able to float, but the instruction manual that came with this thing said, while it is water resistant, it is not salt resistant or chlorine resistant, which can compromise the quality of this speaker. And so what's going to be inside of your swimming pool is either salt or chlorine. So, you know, this is kind of a little bit too expensive of a speaker for me to just throw inside of a swimming pool. It says that if you do that, though, you got to hose it off. But can you really guarantee that you got it all off afterwards? I don't know. I'm not going to try with mine. Alrighty, let's try to pair it and play something. So I'm going to go to settings, the Bluetooth. Let's try the Altec Lansing. Connected. Alright, so I picked out a song on YouTube. It's from Toxic Recordings. Let's try it out. So you can control the volume by the phone. And also by this thing right here. Let me turn off beast mode, see if you can hear anything. There's a slight reduction in bass when I turn off the beast mode, right? Let me crank this thing up. Oh boy. Oh man. It's about to explode. That's good. That right there is what it sounds like, at least from my phone recording.